La le li la loo, la le li la loo.
Come on, I can't hear anything, Daniel.
Turn it up again. A little bit.
Are you done?
No, I'm not done yet. That's my thing. No.
We're trying to fix the audio, and you're fucking lee-la-looing all over the place here.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I love it.
Turn it up a little bit. Okay.
That will fix it.
There you go. It's not that hard, Eric.
You know what?
Oh, right, because you fixed it.
Yeah,
That's correct, Eric. I sorted it. I just fixed it.
I knew it was this fucking you jackass.
You
Your
came
brother
at me with
fixed
nothing.
yeah.
We just mute Daniel.
Don't be like that.
We put Daniel on
I
mute.
can't hear anything. What do you mean? Are you kidding? No, you fucked me up. You're such a
We turned him off, everybody. This is the episode where Daniel will sit there and not say, oh, wait, that's like every episode.
After a day of work, this actually is enjoyable. I really.
Well, listen. Before Eric starts getting into this whole thing, I have a bone to pick with Anthony here.
Yeah, here we go.
I thought I was trying to do a good thing earlier this week. There was a Facebook message post in an email saying, do I want to be assigned an account manager for Facebook? And I thought for a minute we were important. So I thought I brought it up with Eric and Jonathan if we should reach out to them.
Yeah.
And of course, they both did their research, and I didn't press any links or click anything. I know about the phishing bullshit. But before I did so, Eric and Jonathan confirmed it is a scam.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Anthony then decided to bring up
Moronicness?
my mental limitations. And he called me quote unquote a moron.
Yeah.
He said,
Oh,
you're a
my
moron.
God.
Now, I wasn't so much offended. I was just like, fuck you. Fuck your feelings. You call me a moron? And I said, I kind of, took it personally.
Yeah.
I said, Anthony, calm down.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to attack me. I'm trying to grow the show, and I'm going to inquire. And sometimes the questions will be stupid. Anthony, what do you have to say?
Well, listen.
I'm listening.
Listen, my favorite line. There you go, Eric. Do we have that button? Listen or the listen line? Yeah. But with that said, or
Will you just listen?
Exactly. My response to that is, I appreciate everything you do for the show, but it was when you see the actual thing, even me not being a techie, knowing the techie, just being basic in this technological era we're in, you could easily find out within 2 minutes.
It's so easy for you to say that. It is, right? It's just so easy for you to, because it wasn't you that made the
No, but I knew just by looking at it that it wasn't real.
By the way, I'm the one stuck in the middle of this. I'm like, boys,
So,
settle
Anthony,
down.
I demand
it's okay.
on camera an apology.
We all make mistakes.
Listen, you know my personality. I will not give an apology. I thought before you make a claim on, or before you assert something on our chat, make sure you look into it quickly.
I did. That's why
I'm a lawyer. That's what I do every day. Maybe
that's why I asked Jonathan and Eric first. And if you saw the send from was from Facebook, and that's what threw me off. Now they're getting so
Daniel, you could copy and paste that and put that in ChatGPT and say, "Is this real?"
Daniel, we saw. We still get emails.
I can't hear you. You're not doing something right.
I hear him perfectly.
We still get emails from that same place.
Okay, now
We've gotten
I
like
know.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, I was
so
inquiring.
Eric. I think Eric's sticking up for me here.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, come on.
Maybe
you
my
guys got
approach is intact.
But so all I did was I gave them all of our credit card information, I plugged it in, and I'm trying to wait for an answer right now. So it's going to be good. I'm excited to see where it's going to go with Facebook.
Listen, we're serious about the show. We want the show to be successful. We all do. We all commit a portion of our lives to the show, some more than others. But yeah, listen, I was probably in a mood that day. I've been very stressed at work, and so I took my mood out on Dan.
Getting deeper with Anthony. So I accept your apology, Anthony.
I'm not saying I apologize.
Flag on the play. Anthony's being an asshole.
Exactly.
Again.
That happens.
Again.
Exactly.
Well, for those of you who've just stumbled into the room here, welcome to F Your Feelings, where Gen X gets real and you get real personal with each other, as you see right off the bat. So we appreciate you tuning in and watching. No filters, no agendas, just real conversation. So like, subscribe, follow us everywhere. You know where to find us: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. You know the drill. So,
or back page,
boys, we're going to be talking about some things tonight, and some things that are kind of personal to me. But I think the quote of the week really kind of sets the tone, right? So let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food.
Hippocrates.
No, it's yeah. Say it again.
You're a fucking hypocrite.
Hippocrates. Yeah, Hippocrates. Yeah. Dan got it right. I'm too high to say his name correctly because to me this looks like Hippocrates.
Somebody took a gummy.
It just looks like Hippocrates. Anyway, so Hippocrates said over 2,000 years ago, and somehow we've completely flipped it today, right? So food makes you sick. Medicine's keeping you from functioning just enough to stay in the system. And tonight we're asking, did we break the system or was it designed this way? So look, I get there are things with food and medicine and science that are good, right? Within all the good, I always say there's bad, right? So sometimes you're reading between the lines. So, that's for me is personal, right? I was someone that was over 400 plus pounds. I battled food. I didn't know why I was feeling certain ways. And when I started to feel better, I realized something, that it wasn't just how much I was eating. It was what I was eating. So that's kind of what led us to today's show. Is my journey of over 10 years of learning about myself, food addiction, being a fat person to being someone that's in shape and fit at the age of 50 and continuing to build upon that from everything that I've learned. So that's what this show is really about.
Let me ask you something. Before we go into delve into the topic, if you, I'm not healthy. I don't live the healthiest of lives from a food perspective.
Are you still not smoking?
I'm still not smoking.
Okay,
that's 2 months. But I'm not excited yet because I've done that before. But with that said, if you being that I'm unhealthy, if you look like me from a weight perspective, do you think you would have ever gone the journey? Because it was a genetic
probably
thing.
not.
Okay,
so
that's what I'm just curious.
It's a good question, right? Because when you get to 400 pounds, you just don't happen there overnight. It's the frog in the water, right? You get older, you go from being active to eat. All I'm eating is fast food, right? I work late at night. I drink alcohol. I eat fast food. And, I'm not making any food. Everything I'm getting is either from pre-made restaurant or I'm driving through somewhere.
Yeah.
So it adds up. So, I think had I been traditionally a smaller person my entire life, do I go down the path of finding that weight is not the entire answer, right? If someone's looking at you like, oh, you look good. You don't look obese or out.
Well, I'm the fattest I've ever been.
But my point is the real issue becomes what lies underneath, and that's like visceral fat on your organs. And
you're into the insides too, not just the physical appearance.
Well, I've learned that now at 50 years old, that if I don't start taking some sort of precautions now, when I'm 70, I'm gonna hate life and be wishing I was dying, and I don't want that at all.
No, 50 years old was definitely a wake-up
Roberto,
call.
I'm just sorry. I'm in the middle of my podcast.
Are you answering a call?
I have to because this is an important call.
Roberto,
I'm in the middle of a podcast. I'll call you when I'm in the car.
Should we call him and put him? Do we need to bring Roberto live? Should I call him from my phone?
Who is he? Who is he? A realtor?
No, that's Robert.
I thought we're not using names here.
Okay.
Oh.
Do we want to call him on the phone and does he want to interject? He's also really into healthy eating.
Oh,
he'd be a great person to talk to.
He's actually a health freak.
Yeah, I know. I've met him. I know Rob.
Oh, he's like, okay. Mm-hmm. But go on. So
I think 50 years old is definitely a wake-up call year. That's a year you have to say to yourself, okay, I want to live, another 30, 40 years. I got to eat healthy because people do start, Eric, how many people have died that that are your age? I know at least 6.
Yeah, and I look at it from a couple perspectives, right? My dad was 68 years when he died.
What did he die of again? A heart attack?
He died because he had COPD and he was overweight and he was diabetic.
Was he a smoker?
Earlier in life.
So do you think that was a part of the COPD?
No. He got COPD from a procedure. He had polyps and they dropped. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I'm so scared of COPD. It's funny you say that.
Can you explain to me exactly?
It's a pulmonary disease.
The way I see it is that commercial, like it's an elephant on your chest.
Well,
which is got to be a horrible.
Like a node or something.
You lose your breathing capacity.
You lose your breathing capacity.
Oh,
and it's scary.
So
That's scary.
Yeah. So it was hard for him to breathe, but part of it is that had he been thinner, had he take better care of himself. He might still be here with us today, and that scares me, right? I don't have kids like you guys do. So, like, when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old, like, I don't have people coming to check on me. It's me and my wife, right? We're a team, right? So
I'll have one of my kids come over and check on me.
Thank you, Uncle Eric.
Uncle
Eric, are you still alive, Uncle Eric?
Just in case, I would get long-term care, too. Always
get long-term care. I
care.
get the long-term care, but I don't have anybody to take care of me. So I want to be active. I want to live a long time. I see these guys, they work out. I see this lady in my gym, she's 75 years old, and she's jacked. And I look at her, and I'm like, damn. And I'm like, that to me is inspiring because I'm like, look, when I was younger, being thin and in shape might have been a lot more fun as far as like dating and things like that. Of course, being in a better shape makes it easier, right?
Right.
But I think I'm doing it in reverse because so I didn't have the sexy body in the beginning, but I'm going to have it at the end of my life, and my end of my life won't be where I'm sitting inside and I need a wheelchair or I can't go anywhere and I'm just sitting on the couch
Nothing's
watching.
written in stone, though. Unfortunately, we don't know.
Yeah, but he's doing
at
the
least
right
you're doing
thing.
He's doing it right.
And I got to be honest. Every time,
Be honest, Anthony.
okay, I will. You know my favorite line, but. With that said, also
I'll be honest.
With that said, I always get a little intimidated when Eric talks about this because I know he makes me actually feel almost guilty because he's talking about the right. He's talking about the right things to do, and it makes me feel so inadequate to some degree.
I just want to give a shout out to one person in our networking group. First name Dennis. Dennis is a huge motivation. I love watching him. This guy is the epitome of he's 79 years old. The guy looks like he's 60 or
Dennis.
younger, and he works out religiously every day. And he's honestly, he motivates me.
He does an hour on the recumbent bike every day.
He's a machine.
Every single you sit down and you pedal.
Yeah.
But it's like he's like an hour or he's like 15 miles.
And he's 79.
Yeah, and let me tell you
he works
something.
out.
That keeps him sharp as can be. The guy is sharp. He talks like he's 30 years old. He's sharp as very impressed.
So Eric, shout out to you, Dennis. Yeah. But Eric, get into the.
So let's start
the nuts and bolts here.
Let's start with what I'm going to start with is what happened, right? What happened to food? I think there were fewer ingredients versus chemical labels, right? And now if you look at an ingredient, there's way more ingredients in it than ever before. Home cooked versus ultra processed. Think about it. In the 70s and even the 80s, because in the 70s, moms were still working from home. That movement, the women movement was really coming on strong, or women becoming CEOs and making their own businesses, coming out of the 60s, out of the hippie age of the war, and moving into the 70s and the 80s where women are power brokers, right? So mom starts...
Well, women became power brokers more than not even in the 80s. I would start saying the 90s, but I get your point.
But it's leading up to that, right?
Okay.
So, back in the 70s, you would see... people eating at home. Fast food wasn't really a thing. I think fast food really took off in probably in the late 50s with McDonald's and things started spreading.
Definitely the early 80s is when it took off.
No, I'm talking about the 70s when it started becoming a thing. When it was a thing. People knew drive-thrus, but by the 80s, they had perfected it.
Yeah, Dan, remember,
Anthony, we lived the drive-thrus.
Dad was taking us to McDonald's as our meals every
We used to go to the McDonald's.
It was like on the one on Hollandale.
It was
on
a
the
treat.
corner
That
of
was our
Hollandale
main
Beach.
one.
That's every Friday night we went with Dad to that McDonald's.
Yes,
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
That place has been there for 50 fucking. I said it to Ross the other day.
And I bet you the guy that owns that place is probably he probably owns 20 of them.
The guy that owns it is probably fucking dead.
Yeah, the original. It's his family's
60
now.
years old.
Yeah.
Look, living is bad for your health. All right, we've all come to that conclusion. I mean, it's we're all going to get older, and we'll see. But you're right. If we can slow down and we can do some of the things and be disciplined, we can probably extend our life 15, 20 years. And I think that's what Eric's trying to do.
No, I think it's fantastic. I'm in the battle with myself, and I justify this thought because I know I don't eat properly and I don't eat well, and even
but it's not even so much you don't eat properly. It's all the ingredients they're putting in.
It's the shit I eat.
Anthony, you gave yourself a New Year's resolution already.
No, but
you told yourself.
Yeah, but the Canes didn't win, so
no. But what I'm saying is then I justify it because I'm like, what's more important right now? The food or me quitting smoking? I don't know. I balance it, right?
So you have to ask yourself, right? So look, I mean, what is the outcome of the food that you're currently taking? You don't really know yet. So you have to, it's almost like protecting yourself for potentially the unknown. You could potentially eat all these things
and get diabetes
and you might,
later
or not get anything and be okay. Right? Diabetes is too much blood in your sugar. I mean, too much blood in your blood. Too much sugar in your blood. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you were high.
Yeah, my wife says it to me all the time. She goes, the way you eat, I could totally see I'm going to have to be giving you the shot, she says to me. Like,
but it's totally preventable.
Yeah,
even when you get diabetes, you can get rid of it, right? Because, I mean, think about it. If other countries won't allow it, why are we feeding it to our kids, right? So growth hormone, certain preservatives, food dyes, red 40, yellow 5. Like, I mean, where do you draw the line? When does food go from being food to, to something else? It's not food anymore. We didn't just change how we eat. We changed what food is. Right. Like, think about it. Food isn't...
And why did our government allow this when other governments don't? Because we've talked about it before. I saw a guy do a documentary where he literally lived in Italy and ate all their pastas and food for months, and he never gained weight because it doesn't have the same garbage in it that our food does. Why did it happen?
Well, here's a perfect example. If you go to Italy, you're probably going to a baker to get your bread. And here in the United States, you're going to a grocery store and you're getting bread that's on the shelf that's that's been sprayed with glyphosate, it's been stripped of all its nutrients and filled with chemicals so it stays on the shelf for a very long time. It doesn't get moldy or to go bad, and they can sell more of it.
Well, you know, when I was in Spain and we did the when I was there 6 months ago, I lost 3 pounds when I came home.
It's crazy.
Just so you know, I lost 3 pounds, and I said to myself,
and
I should just live in Spain.
It's
it's crazy.
But you hear that from a lot of people that do. I looked this stuff up when you told us what our topic was, and I've seen a bunch of these guys, podcasters, that go off to European countries. They eat all their food, and you got to see the food. It's not like they're on a diet, and they're either not gaining weight or losing weight.
Inflammation's a real thing, right? So that's one of the things that I fight. That was one of the things I discovered as I started kind of getting off the way I was eating and not eating bioengineered foods and eating foods that had complicated ingredients in it. And I started eating the whole foods diet, right? It's basically what I do, right? I eat lean meats, I eat vegetables, I eat fruit, I eat eggs, protein shakes. That's pretty much my diet, right?
But most Americans, you're very committed to this. And you also plan out your food. Most Americans can't do that. They don't.
I plan out my food because I have a specific goal in mind, and I train like an athlete would be towards like going to the Olympics or a goal, because that's how it gets from.
So how would an average American do it then? Just from a cognizant standpoint.
And I have some videos I'm going to play as well. But like, look, you want to eat in the outside skirts of the grocery store. If you were just to focus on fresh fruit, lean proteins like ground beef, steak, chicken, fish, even pork, right, for the most part, and you don't have a high sodium or salt sugar intake, right? But you're eating whole foods, vegetables, proteins, eggs, things like that.
Do you guys know what the GRAS rule is? What? Eric, do you know what it is?
What is it?
If it grew out of the ground,
the U.S. is the only major country where food companies self-certify their own ingredients as safe. Think about that for a second.
Hold on. I have a whole video. I know. I'm going to explain right here. Hold on.
I'll let Eric say it. But basically, we just self-certify. We could just say, I mean, I could just bang my wife up the ass and just self-certify and say, you know what, the semen is safe. Don't worry about it.
Doesn't the FDA look? Is it the FDA?
No.
They legislate it. Hold on. I'm gonna hold on. Give me a second.
It's crazy. This GRAS rule is nuts.
Yeah, this is
no. I'm looking for something.
But I've seen that guy before. The one you just played.
Yeah, Get Gary Brecka.
Yeah, he's big in this.
And right, it's funny because in this wellness space, which by the way is something that is huge, would be are these influencers that really talk about all these interesting things. So I mean, like the question is where it becomes is when does it become quackery? Like, are we going to be like 20 years from now going? Remember when they believed this dumb shit, like the quackery that comes from where is my account?
But we know so much more now than we did then. So what you're saying wouldn't be probably quackery then. There might be additional.
But remember how they were doing things. They were doing there we go. They were doing things with like electricity and saying this would grow your hair back, blah, 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 blah. Where is I think this is right.
I can't even take him seriously.
What are you talking about? He's the one sounding the alarm.
He's talking, but on this issue, he's so off on so many other things when I listen to Top
But sometimes you need that.
Anthony, he got rid of red dye.
This is
my
right
hero.
Yeah. This is it right here.
Kennedy says that's largely because we don't know the health consequences of what we're eating, thanks to the GRAS exemption enacted by Congress in 1958 that allows food companies to independently verify the safety of their ingredients with no government oversight if they are generally recognized by experts as safe. Pending White House approval, he intends to close that back door.
That loophole was hijacked by the industry.
Listen to this.
And it was used to add thousands upon thousands of new ingredients into our food supply. In Europe, there's only 400 legal ingredients. This agency does not know how many ingredients there are in American food.
We don't know how many ingredients
there are.
They do not know.
In food. The estimates are between 4,000 and 10,000. We have no idea what they are.
How do we know?
Anthony, say what you will. If he gets rid of that GRAS rule, that guy's a fucking hero to me.
I agree.
I've always agreed with him on this issue, but he's said so many insane things that it's hard to.
But you have to say insane things to get people to hear anything.
But think about the things that they've done with vaccines and so forth. And
some of the things he's saying about vaccines are true.
No. But they've been proven by major doctors not to be true.
Anthony,
why they want to sell vaccines?
Why
they don't?
Why is it taking all this time for somebody to finally get rid of red dye?
This is
Anthony,
crazy.
explain that.
There, I've always thought that was crazy. I've heard that.
He's the only one sounding the alarm, and if this is the only thing anything good that comes out of Trump's presidency,
it's fantastic.
It's the best
an accomplishment.
Him cleaning up the food supply is probably the best thing that he could do.
If it means that he's a little wacky with the vaccines, then so be it.
There are a lot of other fictitious science that they also say, but this makes sense to me.
So, I mean, let me ask you a question.
Finally, you're agreeing with some of this.
I'll call a spade if they make sense. This makes sense.
Has convenience really killed nutrition? Besides big business, but like now being able to get a coffee, get a donut, get a hot dog, get whatever, like whether it's delivered to you or drive through.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, did that kill everybody's nutrition? Is that what's going on?
And Americans are traditionally more overweight than most other countries. We just are. It's because
of the 4,000 ingredients in every food.
And the inflammation.
It's enough already. And if it takes this guy who's kind of quirky and weird, yes, he is. He's fucking weird and quirky
and he's not
to make these changes. He's my fucking hero. Why did it take, and I said it before, why did it take him to get rid of the red dye? Why not 10 guys before him, Anthony? All these other fucking guys before him. Why didn't they get rid of the red dye if they were so great or any better than him?
I couldn't.
Exactly.
I don't know enough about it to answer, but this guy's, he's off with many things that I do know. I listen to scientists.
Red dye alone
scientists over Kennedy, but this issue he does always made sense to me on this issue.
Dan, I have a thing here. As you see, I'm scrolling through some saved videos I have. Do you think we should give a shout out to our girl Allie G with this video she did at your wife's birthday?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with what we're talking
Nothing at all.
Okay. Allison, we say hello to you. And
this is our good friend Allie G.
It's her coming out party, apparently.
It comes up in my memories every year. I made this video.
We just went off topic there, but I like it.
You know what it is? I just happened to see it come up.
We'll have her on the show talking dating. Okay.
But
oh, Jesus. I feel like I'm on a mushroom trip. To this.
I was looking for something specific, but back on topic, right? Food, if it's cheap and lasts forever, should you eat it, right? I think it comes down to food supply problem, right? We talked about how big government, more specifically big tobacco, in the 80s purchased the largest food companies, right? So R.J. Reynolds and R.J. Reynolds and Philip Morris were the two of the largest food conglomerates on the planet.
That was when you told me that was it. Crazy.
And they started engineering food to be addicting, right? So if your food has sugar, seed oils, it has salt, it's highly palatable food. So like you have things like
it's like we have lawsuits with cigarettes. Let's move it on to something else. Let's become economic.
Well, look at Gary Breckett has a good point here where they started putting in. I saw I just watched Foods That Build America, and they're doing cereal. So in 1958, that's when they just started putting sugar in cereal and starting to market directly to kids.
I love cereal.
I mean, I do too. I mean, but it's extremely addicting. And this
is there any healthy cereal? I'm just curious.
Yes.
Is there anything?
Yes. Uncle Sam cereal.
My wife gets
Uncle
that,
Sam?
and it's awful.
How about brand? What's that?
No, it's got sugar in it.
Oh shit, I love that brand.
Cream of rice.
Raisin Bran?
No, not brand. You know what I'm talking about.
It's got sugar in it.
Is Raisin Bran terrible too?
It's got sugar in it.
I love Raisin Bran.
Yeah, look at the amount of sugar in it. And but anyway, so this is the reason why it's got sugar, right? Why don't
I like this guy. I've heard
right up there with. I would put sugar addiction right up there with heroin, nicotine.
I agree with that.
Alcohol. I mean, it is one of the, if not the most addictive compound on the planet.
Let's unpack it.
We know, for example, now that Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes.
Right.
If you Google type 3 diabetes, insulin resistance in the brain, you'll see that is the genesis of a lot of neurocognitive decline, things like Alzheimer's, dementia.
So this is the thing he's selling, right?
Because the brain
How do you prevent
crack
this?
addicted
What can you eat to prevent
to
this?
sugar. What the brain wants, the brain gets, right?
So it's funny. So Gary Breckers of the world they tout, and I follow along, right? I'm in that area, right? They talk about clean eating, staying away from sugars and bioengineered foods and things like that, because these are things that are causing inflammation in your body. Sugar creates insulin problems, which gives you diabetes. Alcohol is a poison to your body, but you continue to drink it. Like it's so they really tout that heavy
sometimes only
that
eat
lifestyle,
chocolates during the day.
Yeah, going in the sauna.
That's all I eat.
That's really
that's terrible.
But you're basically saying, Eric, that we need to reset our brain.
We do,
and maybe in doing so, you maybe hypnotizing yourself or doing something like that. Maybe that can help.
Well, he said it's just as bad as nicotine and alcohol. You don't even realize you're just eating what you're eating, right? It's just a part of your life.
You know, it's funny because shelf lives have become longer than your relationships, right? So maybe don't eat it, right? I mean, think about it. I mean, we used to joke about Twinkies. Twinkies would last a nuclear war. It's not Twinkies anymore. It's everything.
But
I mean,
but Eric, let me ask you a
Twinkies
question:
anymore.
Is that why there's so many ingredients, 4,000 or 10,000? Because the goal is for all these food companies is to keep the food expiration dates as long as possible.
It's a combination, I would assume. I would assume
that's where the how can we keep these on the shelf life longer than 6 months?
And maybe it's cheaper to make things. It's more addicting. It has
people then buy it more because it's more addicting,
or it looks a certain way, or it smells a certain way. I mean, look, there's so many. Look, I'll give them that. The science behind food is kind of crazy. I mean, they when they test it for smell, they test it for texture, they test it for look. I mean, they do so much with the food before you ever even see it. It's been tested.
I want to do a little trivia game with you guys. How many people do you think in this country? What percentage of people are obese in this country?
68% to 75%.
No, 41%.
That's about right. How many
41?
people? How many people is
it
that?
would be more.
How many people is that? That's what, about 120 million?
Well, there's about 350 million people.
What is obese
What's 40%
considered?
50?
What is it?
It's 100-something million.
No, but what is obese? What is considered obese?
I think anything over 30% your body mass, or there's like a rule like 32%. I think I'm almost considered obese. I'm almost considered obese, even though
am I now considered obese?
No, I don't think so. I think you're still at 25%.
This is the problem with America. This is obese. This is James Bolin.
Who is he?
Why am I having a problem with my window here? Let's reload it.
Oh, maybe they don't let you.
He is a food influencer. Oh wait, hold on. He went away. Here we go.
Moo, today for breakfast we're gonna eat cereal.
Speaking of cereal,
let's see what kind of cereal we got.
What kind of cereal is that? Oh, it's Chips Ahoy.
Oh jeez, God, that looks good.
Let me tell you, I would love that.
Oh my, no way. That's cereal?
No, it's not. He's put it. I mean, Jesus. Oh, let me tell you, I would enjoy that meal though.
Is that a gallon of milk?
Dude, just give me some weed and eat that after. Oh.
So I'm gonna stop right here for a second. So there are guys that clip farm his material. They clip it, and then they talk in front of it and they count his calories. And they tell you how much you ate.
Well, but you know what's fun? That's what my wife would do. She has been fat shaming me lately with everything I eat. And it's getting annoying. But this would be great.
So this is considered obese.
Shouldn't he, if I may, shouldn't he chop up the cookies at least? Put them a little place?
They're going to
doing it all wrong.
They're going to disintegrate as he eats it. He just
did it all wrong.
He's not going to eat this whole thing.
He's going to eat the whole thing.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, if we watch the whole video.
Even I don't know if I can do that.
Let me fast forward a minute into the video.
Oh.
Oh, he won't cut the cookies because it turns into like a sponge.
And then he drinks it at the end.
I got to be honest. When I
then he drinks.
I do a cup of milk and I put like 10 Oreos in it. I do, and then I then I take out my spoon and get the rest from the bottom because it's all. I love it. Eric,
really?
I feel guilty, man.
You should feel guilty. You're going to kill yourself.
Show, man.
So this is part.
You don't eat great.
I eat much better than I
eat
much better than you.
You too.
So this is part of the problem, right? So now he's an influencer. We talked about the manosphere last week. Now we're talking about people that are fat. Yeah. Now we're talking about people that are fat.
Watch Anthony. At the end, he goes, "And I hate Jews." Like, fuck, not him too. That would suck.
People follow this. People follow these guys. People follow these guys. They tell them it's okay.
Were you ever as big as this?
Yes.
No, you weren't. No, you
weren't that big.
No, I was big, man.
You weren't big, but you weren't that big. I remember you big.
That guy's like 480, 500.
I was 420 pounds, man.
You weren't like that.
Okay, I was fat like that. I just wasn't that fat. I wasn't fat like that, but I was fat like that.
I don't remember your face ever like that.
I'm tall.
You never had.
You know,
like
we're gonna have to do,
like
Jonathan. We're gonna have to do edit his most status picture, and then
I'll send you some pictures, John. Just remind me. I'll send you some pictures so you can look, guys. That's how fat I was. Thank you, John, for showing the image right here over Daniel's face.
Okay.
This is how fat.
I don't think you were that fat though. You weren't this fat.
But you know what it is?
I don't remember your arms. You were like skinny still in certain areas. Like your arms.
No, I was
fat.
Your
arms were fat?
I was fat. Bro.
Really?
Yeah. Anyways, look, my point is that these people are influencing other people in a sense that it's okay. You can make money. by just being a fat piece of shit.
Eating like shit.
He's going to kill himself. So, like, we talk about Britney Spears and how it's a train wreck and we can't watch her because she's addicted to drugs.
Yeah, but Eric, you're looking at it the wrong way.
These people are addicted to food and we're watching them kill
themselves.
themselves.
It reminds me of a little. Remember that one comedian, Ralphie May?
He's dead.
I loved him.
That's my whole point.
I love that guy.
But Eric, you're also looking at it the wrong way because maybe he's just like, you know what? I'm me and I'm proud of myself, and he's
going to have gastric bypass.
He's going to die, Daniel. That's
Anthony,
terrible.
but this is a free country. He can do what the fuck he wants to do.
No, we're not saying that.
If he wants to eat like
that, it's okay to watch a guy with a food addiction kill himself, but Britney Spears dancing on benzapine, that was just shaming ourselves.
We watch a lot of people kill
themselves. She's on more than benzapine.
Whatever. This guy's on food. This guy's hooked on food. All right, this guy's hooked on phonics.
No, but listen. There's no doubt you've opened up my eyes to this, and listen. I've already thought about.
And haven't you asked yourself?
Because my wife is in a health kick like you, and she is all over me, and it makes me feel guilty. I do, because I know the food is shit that I eat. Everything I like to eat is shit, essentially, and as I'm eating it, I know it's shit. It's no different than when I smoke a cigarette.
So I follow this guy.
Well, then Lauren should cook for you healthy.
But
does
she
cook you healthy meals?
She does her best.
Okay,
she can.
well,
but
then,
then I'll sneak chips in, and she goes nuts if she hears me in there. She's coming after me lately.
It's impossible, by the way, to sneak chips in those crinkly bags. Speaking of chips, since Anthony's talking about,
she only buys like what's considered
right.
But I just like chips.
There's no such thing. It's healthier. Okay, great.
Chips.
It's not as poisonous.
It's not
slightly poisonous.
It's slightly poisonous.
It's slightly poisonous.
Exactly.
So here, I follow this guy Joshua Daniel. This guy's great.
20 things about the grocery store.
I love that.
Number one, there are entire aisles of unedible foods, which is your potato chip aisle, your soda.
Why does he
aisle,
say unedible?
Juices
It's
and
edible.
energy drink,
People love it.
where you can see some of them are 1% juice. The bread
he used
aisle
the
as
wrong
well,
term.
where it's pretty cool where it ends
edible.
with all of this stuff. Go ask anyone's grandma who makes bread. They didn't use any of these ingredients. Number two, when searching for healthier ingredients, it's always going to be up, which we can grab a reduced fat Jif peanut butter. If we scan the level it was found on and we go up, we find the better peanut butter. Now I'm 6'2" and I can barely reach that. But what you'll see
I don't
here
trust
is
the guy with the tattoo
hydrogenated
on his
one
hand.
versus
Next.
non-hydrogenated.
No, stop. This is
The exact same calories, one ingredient.
So you
tons
don't
of
trust juice from the
ingredients.
Holocaust, Daniel?
You always choose the one with less
I do
ingredients.
not.
Number three, only the mega corporations
the
can
tattoo's
afford the
not on
end
their
cap.
hand.
Mountain Dew,
On their
Post,
wrist.
General Mills. Number four, when a product owns a majority of the real estate space, it's not good. But you can see Pop-Tarts owns this entire part of the shop. Pop-Tart partners with movies to add
The worst
food.
movie I've ever seen.
Kind of weird, right? Number five, when there's all different versions
Speaking
of
of
the same
cereal,
thing,
I
all
love all
versions
of
of
them.
that same
I do
thing
too,
are
I won't
wrong.
lie.
Use General Mills as an example.
that I need to put
Marketed
sugar
for
on.
healthy,
I have to put white sugar
definitely
on
not
Cheerios.
healthy. So why would they make something healthy and unhealthy?
I love
when you
Lucky
look at the
Charms.
ingredients, you start to realize that all of these, not made with genetically modified ingredients, made with genetically modified
So
ingredients.
Cheerios is good?
And then the trace
Better.
amounts of everything in the world
I'll eat
it's still in there
Cheerios.
anyways because made in
Would you
Minneapolis.
pour sugar on it?
Made in
Yeah, I do.
Minneapolis. It's
Fuck
made
it
from the
up.
same plant. Number six, most people don't eat enough calories in a day or get enough protein. So when you're deciding what you want, just look at the number of ingredients and ask yourself, why are there so many different
I'll stop it because I'm not going to make you play the
Can I
whole
just say
thing.
something? Even pussy can kill you. If you eat pussy and it's a HP virus, you can get cancer
That's true.
and die.
You're right.
Even eating pussy can kill you.
Yeah, but
think about that.
But listen, Eric's made me. I mean, not Eric. I mean, there's a whole market for it now. People do want to be healthier, and you hear this a lot. It comes on your feed.
So is it safer to eat pussy or Lucky Charms?
I think
that's what I want to know.
I think it's safer to eat pussy.
Okay.
Except
Thank you.
not just any random pussy. You have to know the pussy.
So now let's think about what's happening after this, right? So, and I say, I feel like the food makes you sick and the pharmaceutical companies make you feel better. But specifically, let's talk about Ozempic. Because now Ozempic, it's a great drug, right? It's taking people from being overweight to thinner, kind of like gastric bypass. It's very similar, except you don't have to have the surgery. But I almost kind of feel like it's giving people it's like, oh, you're fat. That's okay. We got a pill for that. Oh, you have high blood pressure. Oh, there's a pill for that. Versus trying to say, if you eat food, you can fix all of that. Versus going to the doctor and then just giving you the magic pill, which is just a Band-Aid because it doesn't fix anything. Because as soon as you stop the Ozempic, you gain all the weight back. And the reason is because when you lose weight with Ozempic and you're not exercising and putting in protein in your body, making sure you're eating the calories, you're not just losing weight.
I've had this discussion with people that are on Ozempic, and their argument is, and I don't know if you're taking that into account here, they would argue with you that because many of them are very healthy, they do eat well, and they do everything they're supposed to do, but they just needed it for that extra lift.
But then those are ones doing
the extra
hold on.
lift. Because maybe genetically they just couldn't lose that extra weight.
Those people who I commend, are using it the right way.
Okay.
You can't live on it forever.
Okay.
If you use it as a way to get to your goal and you're now taking the active steps to eating better and prioritizing the amount of food you need to eat and going to the gym, like, okay, but there's people who take it. And if they were eating like 2 McDonald's hamburgers,
but if they're
doing
now
it
they're
just
only for the weight
one.
loss without the addition, it means nothing.
I'm going to say
you have to change your eating habits because as soon as you stop taking the drug, you're going to gain all the weight back. And if you don't eat enough, and if you stop eating, let's say you take it for 5 years and you're just eating that small amount, you're not eating. You're eating your body.
But Eric, the majority of people taking Ozempic are not taking it correctly. Can we say that?
Yes.
Okay, so the majority of the people, when inevitably they're not going to take it forever.
Yeah.
They're going to.
Well, some people are. I've talked to some people. They are planning on taking it forever.
Well, we'll see. We'll see that because when they get old enough, we'll see what's going to happen. But, you know, we're speaking of Ozempic, I think we're one of the luckiest cities here, Boca Raton. You know, because I think we're like the youngest, sexiest looking city because half the people
are on Ozempic,
and the other half have plastic surgery. So we live in a city of like Barbie dolls here. Thanks to Ozempic.
I have a moderate to severe disease that a lot of people suffer from. So I'm taking this nondescript pill on a daily basis because I've seen the same commercial over 50 times in a single week saying it's my best option. Now I'm ready for the world.
This medication can help people achieve and maintain.
That's okay. Remember that commercial, Calgon, Take Me Away, or Mom, and they go like, that's okay.
By the FDA,
you remember the commercial Resolve?
It's 100% safe. Don't take this medication if you've had a stomach ache, headache, or gas in the past 3 months.
You just keep taking that Ozempic, it's okay.
Serious side effects, including infections that can lead to suicidal thoughts, unexpected nosebleeds, financial debt, loss of health, impaired vision and hearing, delusional behavior, rapid sneezing, scaly skin, flu-like symptoms.
All right, I think we get the point.
Wow. Yeah, so I think your point there is it's like the pharmaceutical aspect of it is just that people just become dependent and relying on it without doing the work.
We make you sick, and then we fill you the fix. We sell
you know what
the
it
fix.
is, Anthony? It's a false sense of security, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's like, go ahead, eat all the bad food.
But
it's
again,
okay.
We're not.
That's okay. Go ahead.
The people that
go
do
ahead.
it, that do it the right way. But most people aren't.
But like Daniel said, over 100 million Americans are overweight. Over 40% of our population is because they sit inside. Things are delivered to them, and the things that are delivered with them are filled with preservatives. They make them inflamed, makes them want to eat more, and you get addicted to the food, and food is very addicting. And before you know, you have a population of fat people, and we're in that movie WALL-E, when everybody was in giant moving wheelchairs and drinking Slurpees, and they couldn't move around. We were giant fat slobs. That is the direction, unfortunately, I feel like we're going.
53% of adult calories come from ultra-processed foods. 53 fucking percent.
Are you in that category, Dan? Do you think you're in that category?
I think I'm in the middle. I mean, you can't help it. It's like, first of all, from the father of 2 young kids.
It is hard.
It's hard to discipline yourself when they're eating everything under the bus, and then sometimes you drive through McDonald's.
Under the bus.
I swear to God, McDonald's is the ultimate test. I feel like you ever watch the movie?
I love McDonald's.
Hold on.
I still love it. I'll
go. It's gonna drive me crazy.
But Daniel, when you eat McDonald's, do you still love it? It's the best.
I still love it. I
do you eat McDonald's ever?
I
haven't imagined you eating McDonald's.
Okay,
I do on occasion.
Eric, you ever watch New Jack City?
Pookie.
Okay, you remember Chris Rock when he's looking at the crack, he doesn't know if he wants to eat. He's like, God damn! He's like, he doesn't know. He's trying not to touch the crack. He's doing everything. That's what I feel like when I'm at
There is
McDonald's.
no way I can go through a McDonald's drive-through
with the chicken McNuggets
and not get something. Because if I'm with my kids, I have to get them. What do you get at McDonald's? What's your meal?
So the last time I went to McDonald's was with.
I have my standard meal.
I'm sorry, Beth, but it was with you, and I think we might have been getting something for Harris after we were leaving somewhere. I don't remember.
Did you and Beth fool around?
No, I was with my wife. You fool. I'm sorry.
A throuple?
So we go through. She ordered on the app. And we went to the drive-thru. I didn't even know that was a thing. I'm like, you can order on the app. Yeah, just pull up and we'll just pick it up. I'm like, get me an ice cream. That's
what do you mean
the soft serve.
The soft serve. Okay.
Because I figured I had a 50-50 shot of not getting it because the machine never works.
Wow.
So I figured if the machine didn't work, I don't get my ice cream.
My go-to is the number one, the Big Mac meal deal, supersized with with a Coke.
What
and
else?
I get a cheeseburger, one cheeseburger.
Well, you don't get the chicken McNuggets?
No.
Oh, you're missing out on the whole.
I think we all have a McDonald's story. So I'll give you my fact man McDonald order. So it depends on how hungry I was. So if I was to pull through a McDonald's, I'm 100% in getting a large.
This is back in the days.
Yeah, at my heaviest. Right. I'm getting at least a large fry.
Okay.
I'm not getting. I don't get the large drink. I get a medium drink.
Always large, everything.
Because it's too. I don't need that much liquid. But you medium drink. I'm doing at least a Big Mac. Or a quarter pounder sandwich.
Love it.
And I'm either doing 2 double cheeseburgers.
Love it.
or like a double cheeseburger and something else, and that's the appetizer. So I'm eating that in the car.
Wow.
Before I get home, before I eat the meal, which is like the Big Mac with the fry.
You know, you're eating the smaller ones before you get home.
Yeah.
I do the same
in
thing.
the car, right?
I eat the cheeseburgers.
Hold on, let me stick it out. It's like I got the hand.
Yeah.
You gotta dig
and you have to pull a couple fries. You have to
Well,
pull a couple
Anthony,
fries immediately.
McDonald's had a commercial in the 80s. It's the most ingenious freaking commercial I've ever seen. They've got made. They had a commercial where a guy was ordering he went to pick up McDonald's for his family, and on the way home he kept eating all the fries. Yeah. And by the time he was home, there were no fries, and the mom's like, "All the kids."
I remember the commercial.
How ingenious
He had ordered
best marketing I've ever seen.
We digress a little. We're here on a health kick, and we're talking about how we lead to our McDonald's.
Listen, but that just shows you. Yeah. That just shows you exactly what I'm talking about.
They're winning. They're winning. I'm going to go get McDonald's after this.
Do you ever go to McDonald's with the kids and not get something?
No. What I do was, I'll tell you what I do. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I used to just get a 10-piece chicken McNugget. I'll be honest. I used to get a chicken McNuggets just for Harris. What I did was now that they order, I get a 20-piece chicken McNugget, so I don't feel as
you take a few
and
of
I
them.
I said, you eat
10.
Not anymore. Now I get a 20.
You know you eat some of their fries. You have to eat the fries with all the salt on it.
Dad tax is a real thing.
It's called a dad tax.
Okay.
Yeah,
100% dad tax is a real thing.
I actually tell them it's a tax.
That's fun. I mean, it is a tough. Listen, I don't know what they put in that meat. It's probably very terrible for
salty,
you. Whatever the hell it is.
The meat's not even that thick. If you want a good burger, and I know we're going after, you got to go to Chili's. Chili's or Flanagan's have like the best burger.
But this is
Flanagan's has the best lunch deal.
But this is what's funny. I like cheeseburgers. But not at any restaurant other than McDonald's. I don't like it at any restaurant. And isn't that crazy? I
think it's the
I
smell.
Go to the top restaurant,
McDonald's,
eat a burger, and I don't like it.
McDonald's has it's ingrained in something special for me. Like you said, every Friday I ate there with my dad, so it has a special thing. I mean, McDonald's been doing it a long time.
I can't let McDonald's win. I can't let them win. I can't let them win.
It's the smell. And
damn it, Anthony.
They have designed their food for this exact thing, which leads me to the ugly truth about the healthcare. I just want to play this because it's all part of like
what you're saying.
Of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We wait for you to get sick, and you do. Then once you are sick, we don't restore your health. We merely manage your symptoms. So we can manage your high blood pressure, we can manage your cholesterol, we can manage your pain, your arthritis pain, we can manage your diabetes. We don't cure you. So the current healthcare system is a hoax. It is not a healthcare system. It is a disease management system.
100%.
We need to have a revolution.
And they create the disease.
And then all the drugs are to just, what's it called, the symptoms.
So I understand that those things there are keeping people alive longer. 100% I would agree. Yeah, but it keeps people alive longer. Because if you were feeding your people the shitty fucking food and they didn't have the medication you were selling them, they would die.
Yeah, they would die.
They would die.
It's crazy.
So
and they're making a fortune on it.
Eric, I was telling you, the pharma spends more on ads than they do on research. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
In 2015, they spent $12 billion on ads. How much do you think they spent last year on ads?
20.
No.
100 billion.
No, relax. 25 billion. $39 billion.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
But how much are they putting? They're putting more into research and development.
No, they're
really?
spending more than on research.
Wow.
That's the
How
statistic.
crazy is that? So what does that tell you, right? What does that tell you? I mean, it's kind of, and Daniel brings up a good point because, like, look, now this is not about food, but OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma was sentenced just recently for that, for killing people. You know,
that was like 25 years ago already.
They just cleared the way for the settlement that includes a $225 million forfeiture to the Justice Department and a broader deal that could reach $7 billion over 15 years. Overdoses of opioids killed 806,000 people in the U.S. from 1999 to 2023. And on about 76% of U.S. drug overdose deaths involved opioids, averaging 270 people daily.
Did anybody go to jail for that?
No.
Because it's companies, but it's hard to pierce it. Because I think they tried. If I remember
it's just correctly. It's just like the tobacco industry, right? They got basically heavily billions of dollars are being fined,
right?
And they had to change the name of their company, right? So Purdue Pharma doesn't exist anymore. Another company is taking over and calling it something else. But I mean, like I said, they don't make money when you get healthy. I mean. It is what it is. I mean, it comes down to personal responsibility versus is the system failure, right? I think we were talking to your wife, and your wife she brings it up, right? Medicine saves people, but if the people aren't willing to put in the work and make, like, so if the doctor was to suggest to you, hey, why don't you try eating this? And you go, F you, I'm going to eat whatever the hell I want and take the medication. we give them that option.
I sort of do. I take Lipitor, and let me tell you, I've taken myself off Lipitor just as a test, and you know what's scary? When I go to the doctor, when I've done that in the past, like my wife goes crazy when I do it because she's like, you're a moron. My cholesterol's through the roof. I take Lipitor without doing, like you're saying, I am that person, without doing the stuff I'm supposed to be doing, but yet my cholesterol's down. It is where it's supposed to be.
You know, you should look up cholesterol. Do you know what cholesterol does to you? Do you know what your body needs it for?
What?
It's good for your brain.
Yeah. But I feel like my brain's pretty functional still. I think that's all I got.
Imagine if you had more cholesterol.
I know. Could you imagine I ate well?
Well, there's good and bad cholesterol.
And I worked
There's
out.
good and bad cholesterol.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the type.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, look, you know,
I respect what you say.
Are you irresponsible, or is the system just stacked against you, right? Are you just, right? Are you being irresponsible, right? Or do you feel that all those things are so good, so tasty? McDonald's, like, right? You can't. It makes you salivate. Makes your mouth water.
I gotta be honest. When we were talking about it, my mouth.
You're gonna. I know. I already know.
My mouth watered.
I'll be honest.
I already know that when we leave here, you're going to McDonald's. No. Fuck.
Damn it! I might go with you.
You're going to McDonald's. You know what? And know what they're going to do? They're going to drive through, and they're going to take a picture, and they're going to post it online. All right, and telling you to watch this week's episode that's coming next week when you're watching it finally a week later. Anyways, like I was saying, addiction versus discipline, marketing versus awareness. Where do you draw the line? Who's responsible for this? Can we sue? Like, they're already doing it. They're going after these companies for making food addicting.
Yeah, like that's going to be like the tobacco and like the tobacco trend that now will be with food. Listen, it's a topic you should for sure. Listen, I think a lot of people are cognizant of it, but for them to take the steps you're taking, a lot of people cannot conceptualize it. They can't do it. They get so stuck in their lives. Right. It's just easier to eat the shitty food. Right. And it is the way I could say that's from my personal experience. Well, I feel like it's many people's experience. I wish for sure you are to the extreme now, and to your credit, I respect it. I don't think most people could do what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, but they can commit in the small ways that you said. Just watch the few things you are eating a little more. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it could be just better than it is.
Look, like that video showed you, when in doubt, learn what you're putting in your body. Forget taking it to extremes. Some things are good. Some things, look, I like those things too. I'm not saying you shouldn't eat those things. But look, if you were to turn it around and you can't pronounce the ingredients in it, maybe look for one similar to it or close to it that has better
far
ingredients.
Less ingredients
or
also.
Don't eat it at all. Well, like, it's little things like that.
I like the business model. Big Food sells you food engineered to override your fullness signals. And then you get fat.
Yeah.
And then Big Pharma sells you a drug whose entire mechanism is, and I'm not making this up, to restore the fullness signal.
Yeah. Crazy.
So it's like a circular jerk off.
It's
circ jerk.
It is. I think it goes to the same thing, and we discussed it before. And you can even apply it to mental health. Right. Now, I respect that we talk about mental health more, and people are more cognizant of mental health. But again, mental health's a little different in the sense where I think we've taken that to an extreme to some degree, because people use mental health to incapacitate themselves to do anything productive. And so I think, there's a balance with the mental health side, but the food is obvious. I mean,
it's a vertically integrated supply chain.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, the food is obvious. People should be, and I think most people, because it's out there so much, they are cognizant of it. People are aware, I want to eat better. It's just taking the step to do it.
But like I said, the system is stacked against them. They're designing the food to make you going.
No, I get it.
So it's like, it's me, food.
And
hello.
It's just easy.
Hey, remember the time we had yesterday when I had that sugar rush right in your mouth and it was so good? And you're like, oh, you want some more? And you're like, oh my God, it's sugar. Oh, come on in. Oh, I want you so badly. Give me. And how do you stop that?
I got it.
How do you stop that?
I'm going to change soon.
No, you're not. It's okay. We love you.
No, I'm going to change.
We love you just the way you are.
If I can get past the cigarettes, I can get past the
Anthony, simply one day at a time, man.
Yeah.
Look here. Start tomorrow and see where the next day takes you.
Try these right here. Right. Try snacking less. Right. Choose smaller portions. Stay away from the fast food, right? Demand cleaner ingredients from your wife.
She does.
All right, there you go.
There's nothing, to my wife's credit, she's doing the best she can.
Look, at the end of the day, you are responsible for your choices, but the game is rigged. So it just makes it harder, right? Doesn't mean you can't win, but they are working actively they're winning their war. It's time for you to win the war, right? Don't be a victim. Be a participant in your life. And, that's it, beat the system.
I love it. No, listen, it's an important topic. I think Gen Z, especially like Daniel said, our age it has to be way more cognizant of this, being that we
mean Gen X, right? But
Yeah.
but it's funny you say Gen Z because
Sorry, Gen
here's
X.
an article from Food and Wine magazine that says artificial ingredients, ? Gen Z and Gen Alpha are done with them. So just like we said weeks ago where they're having rooms with no technology because Gen Z and Alpha are going, maybe all this technology is bad and we need time away from it. They're doing the same thing because all these influencers, the Gary Breckers of the world, are telling them you should be demanding better food. Robert Kennedy Jr. is going, you should be demanding better food and you should be wanting to eat better food because when the brain fog goes away and you start to feel better and you have the energy you had when you were 10 years younger and now you're 10 years older, you're going to be like, man.
Well, this is also one of those things that, with all the negatives that we sometimes discuss with Gen Z, this is one of the areas that I always say there's certain things that they are into and they're doing that are better for life.
Well, that's exactly
and they're
it.
more into this shit for sure than we are. We understand it now, but we were in those bad
We
years
shaped
for
it,
some
right?
years.
We went through it for them, right?
Yeah.
We were the guinea pigs, right?
Yeah.
The food company's like, what can we get away with? Like, that's it. We've hit the limit.
Yeah.
And younger consumers are now shaping not only product formulations,
And they're
but
being loud about it.
but also the marketing, right? So they're favoring nostalgic yet nutritious options, hence less ingredients, and they're driving household purchase decisions and long-term industry change. So ultimately, everything that's happening in the world and influencers and how they influence it are influencing the young people, and the young people are going, we're not cool with this, and we shouldn't be.
I mean, think about it. My grandfather, he walked uphill, downhill. He weighed 175 pounds.
Which
until the
grandfather?
day,
Harry?
Harry, until the day he died. The guy ate brisket. He smoked. My grandfather was a terrible smoker,
think
2
about-
packs a day until he was.
That just shows you that
Grandpa Harry was a smoker until about 5 years before he
Less
passed. Did you not
ingredients.
know that?
I didn't.
Daniel,
I thought
he-
he smoked cigars.
the food
He
he
smoked
ate,
cigarettes.
Really?
He used to have a pack in his pocket. You don't
the
remember?
food
don't
he
remember
ate,
that.
the food he
Yes.
ate late into his
That's
life,
correct.
Up to the early part of his life, was way cleaner
Probably.
than
Then he had it. Yeah.
But he ate well. He drank well. And here we are. He never went to the gym and worked out. Grandma
How
never worked
old
out.
was he when he died?
He was 79. Us, I drive to the gym as close as I can to the gym, so I don't have to walk too far into the gym. I then take the elevator to the second floor. It's like I'm cheating my way a little bit while I'm working out. It's just different
But
mentality.
I think we look at, 79 is still a decent age, but I think our generation and even especially Gen Z, they don't look at 79 anymore as a decent. They want to live longer.
Well, Anthony,
I want to live to 100.
We're going to have
As long as
people
you're
in our
cognizant.
life living to be 130, 40. I mean, the next generation, Gen Zers, are going to live to be 95. That's going to be the average age.
So I want to play some clips that I saw that kind of support. And look, and I get it. Like, this is kind of the world we live in, right? I get my information and news, and sometimes you find it places like Facebook, TikTok, influencers, podcasters. Everybody's got a point of view, but are they all wrong? Right? Or is there some truth to what they're saying? Why is everybody screaming? Why is everybody screaming the
You'd have
same
to be
thing?
stupid if you didn't think they were
But
stupid.
I mean, there's plenty of people that think we're crazy.
No, not with this issue. This issue's become, it's
this is-
scientifically proven.
This is Theo Vaughn on Joe Rogan.
That a lot of our food is poisonous, right?
A lot of our food's not good for us.
Sorry, not good for us.
Yeah.
We have food that is made to be not good for us, and then we have a healthcare system that'll just kind of take care of you.
All sounds familiar what we're saying, right?
So then you start to create this other, like you're going to need your autism gang that are up there running shit, but then you're going to need this sort of like mollusky sort of like the worker bees, and that's what the rest of us start to become is worker bees because, you're on antidepressants killed like the vibe and the energy of so many people, right? Like the opioid epidemic, like you broke apart so many families and ruined hope and so many like
So it
kids
can't be
and
totally
parents
crazy,
and
right? I
homes and
mean,
like the
he's not
COVID where you
saying
shut
no.
down
No, no,
recovery
what he's not-
rooms
what
and
he's
places
saying-
where people
but he-
were meeting, and so they were so
I actually
disconnected.
somewhat like-
And then it's
but
like
he's a
you start to
conspiracy
wonder why
theorist,
there's
this
no
guy.
uprising
So you
because
think
there's
it's
nothing
everything, but
right.
he's making sense here to me. I mean, to me, I even though I eat like shit, this makes sense to me.
He's telling us what we all already know.
Rising up inside
we know
of
it,
you
but we
anymore
don't want to
because a lot
hear
of
it.
your vitriol has been
I think
killed.
we all do
find
that
out
with a lot of different things. In
We
life.
hear
I'm
it. We don't want
starting
to
learn.
listen to it.
Yeah.
He's telling the truth.
I mean,
about
it's
that.
right in your face. I mean, it's like, oh, this is what I was looking for before. When we were talking about, Daniel was talking, I was talking about how the industry changed, right? This starts back in 1985. I'm going to play it because it's really interesting. Hold on, I want to just turn up the volume.
Tobacco giant R.J.
That's what I was
Reynolds
talking about.
bought Nabisco Foods. Tobacco pioneer Philip Morris bought General Foods,
This is
and 3 years
1985.
later, Kraft Foods,
This is late
making
80s now.
them
That looks very
the
good.
largest
Yeah,
food
he's showing you how you
producer
should eat.
in North
That's
America.
how I eat.
Oh, is this
and
all good
leaving
for
the
you? This is
business
a
of
good meal?
food
I would
in the
eat that.
capable hands of the same
You eat
corporations.
blueberries?
who-
I would eat
So
blueberries.
I'll explain to you. This is what my meal looks like for breakfast. I eat eggs. I eat oatmeal or
What's
cream
that
of
over there?
rice.
Is
That looks like bread.
But they
yeah.
say oatmeal's not good for you.
But is the bread bad?
I eat cream of rice. Oatmeal.
How can you get away with the bread? I thought bread was bad.
No. You got to understand how what your body needs. Your body needs fats, carbs, and proteins. So here he's got carbs right here in his fruit, and it's also antioxidants.
Okay.
He's got a clean fuel and protein right here.
What is that?
What is that?
Ground
Is that
beef.
meat? Oh,
It's
it's
ground beef.
For breakfast?
And then he's. I eat this for breakfast. Actually, my breakfast tomorrow. My breakfast this morning was 3 ounces of ground beef.
Really?
It was zucchini with 3 egg whites and 2 whole eggs, and a cup of fruit.
I thought that's bad for you, the yolk of an egg.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
But this is the problem with what's going on in the world. So here, let's continue playing.
Will help addict us to tobacco.
Oh, that looks good. I'd eat that shit.
Using the same tactics they use to promote tobacco, food companies set about peddling the entire planet a diet of processed goods, loaded with chemicals and additives, masquerading as food.
That sounds like what's his
This
name?
new
Is that-
machine operates
Morgan
with
Freeman.
specific
Yes, Morgan
targets in
Freeman.
mind, like addicting consumers without them knowing it. 1985.
So
See, I'd eat all that. I like this meal.
but he's showing you a whole food diet. He's eating foods that are simple. Can you name that? What is that? It's an egg.
Yeah.
Is it anything else?
What?
No, it's an egg.
Well,
Yeah.
it could be a.
And the fruit, what is it? It's just fruit.
It could be modified eggs.
But,
You don't know that. It could be-
my wife
Okay,
will
Daniel.
always argue that eating that at home is better than eating that at a restaurant, that same egg, because they have so much shit.
Well, 'cause
on
they
their
cook
pan
it with
and they
all the
cook it with
fattening
other-
oils.
Do you agree with that?
I cook my food with olive oil.
Okay, because Lauren's she prefers to eat at home.
Hold on, yes. Obviously, when you're eating at home, you can control what you put in the
Yeah.
food 100%.
Okay.
That goes for anything.
Oh, because most of the time they cook it with seed oil when you're at the.
No,
restaurants
they
and so
probably
forth.
use butter.
Yeah.
Or they use some sort of They use some sort of oil, like canola oil, probably.
Fun fact: did you know Mountain Dew used to contain a flame retardant for years, and they
Is
finally.
that why it's
You
green?
want me to be honest with you guys? Love Mountain Dew.
I do
Yeah,
too.
they just finally got rid of.
I'm a bad guy.
You're eating a flame
I haven't had it
retardant.
in a long time.
I still get a
Well,
Mountain
we
Dew
always knew
sporadically.
Anthony. We always said Anthony was retarded.
I would get a Mountain Dew sporadically.
That is the worst thing you can put in your body. It's
I-
like
I
pure
know
poison.
It, and I know it when I'm drinking it.
All soda is. All sodas are. It's basically sugar in a water. So now, this is also more what's wrong in the world. So this girl is Brandy Lee, and she's a fat girl. She calls herself what a fat girl eats in a day, and she's all about like the mukbang, which is like
Just eat what you want.
No, it's a mukbang is when you get all this food and you video yourself eating like a huge amount of food. But she's going to show you what she eats in a day, and she's all about the I eat whatever I want. This is me. So I mean, she's proud of who she is.
Today, as a fat girl.
Oh, she's thick. She's chunky. I want to call her
I
fat.
gotta be honest. I love
You're
it.
about to head out the door, so I'm.
Oh, I wouldn't drink. I don't like that thing. That is the one.
So early.
I don't.
Look, it's our drive-through Starbucks.
I
like it. What was that for?
Lunch today.
I like it. I like the food.
What is that?
I don't know.
I don't like the. Oh no, I don't like the mustard, but I like
Sandwich.
everything else.
The perfect day for this too.
Oh, my mouth is watering.
You want
Is
a
that
sandwich?
normal?
Yeah, she's young. She doesn't know. Don't worry. I'll kick her in the ass. in
She's
about 20
poisoning
years.
herself.
Yeah, she's poisoning. It's like he's right. I feel guilty. God,
But she's
Eric,
enjoying it. But
that's the healthiest thing.
She threw a chicken on there, a grilled chicken.
That's healthy.
But
That's
it's
the healthiest
probably
thing.
on a
She's
shitty
eating
cooking
spanakopita. Oh, look, Dr. Pepper.
Oh my!
I do love Dr. Pepper. I won't lie.
I love not a regular, not diet though.
I love all Dr. Pepper. Regular
Oh,
Dr.
no.
Pepper.
She
Diet
needs
Dr.
to
Pepper.
repaint her nails.
Oh, what is that?
Is that chocolate? Oh,
It's a rice cake.
I'll eat that.
Is that with Nutella?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! What's on? What is that? A cookie? What is-
Apples, maybe.
I don't know about you guys, but my whole mouth is watering.
So this is what's happened. You have influencers that now they're fat people proud of being fat and what they eat, and then there's other people that take their content and then they count their calories.
Yeah.
And I've seen both, and it's so weird. Like I'll see this girl, and tomorrow I'll see the guy. He goes, "Let's see what she ate today. Rice cake, 10 calories. Nutella, 100 calories."
Yeah. But you're
And he
into
adds it
that.
all up.
What about that one guy that he's a local influencer here, and they're called something. They're into their body. There's a name for it on social media. Like they are all about their body and what they're putting in their body, and that is their thing, and they're
you are what you eat.
They are what you eat, but they want to be perfect and chiseled everywhere. Like
Anthony. There was a term last week called it. It's looks maxing.
Okay,
the people actually
that's looks maxing.
I know
that was it.
That's what people. It's a big thing, especially in the manosphere.
Yeah,
and or outside of it now.
Yeah, people. That's literally their content is the way they're looking.
Oh, here we go.
I know. I will say that it's kind of interesting that when you have something like the manosphere that we talked about last week, and this week we talk about food addiction, it's kind of interesting. We talk about the world we live in and how, like, I feel like everybody's trying to get their piece, right? We as Americans or people of the world are just like, we're just money makers for people. I feel like how much more can we get? How much more do you think they're willing to do? How far until they break? How much more can we get from them? What do you think? Like, it's almost like a game. Is it just me? Is this confirmation or a conspiracy?
That's
like,
where we are.
Are we waking up or just noticing? Shit. Where do we draw the line? I have to tell you, I feel like people are food ignorant. And what I mean by that is I was food ignorant. I didn't know. I thought that, if it's on the shelf, it's got to be safe, right? Our government has our best interest. That I was told that you have to have a certain kind of diet, like don't eat fats, don't eat these things, and it turns out those are the things you should be eating. They turned the whole food pyramid upside down.
Yeah,
recently.
I think a lot of it has to do with age. I think the older you are, the more conscientious you are. No, but you do feel more responsible to eat healthier. I think as kids,
Eric said, we do now because we already did the test of the naughty for so many years that now we're waking up to it. But the younger generation, they're into this shit. Like they're more advanced than we are.
A portion of them.
Yeah,
yes.
no, there's still ones that are overwhelmed. But I think you could say a larger portion of them than Gen. We're Gen X, right? We're Gen X. I always get it confused.
No, we're
okay.
Gen X. Yeah.
But so a more portion of Gen Z is more into the health kick and the millennials than we are.
You know what's funny is
because, like Eric said, we were so stuck in the shit for so many years. It's hard to get out.
I think for me, part of what makes this easier is I am my mother's son. And what I mean by that, shout out to my mom, Mary. When I was growing up, my mom was the mom that took me to the Unicorn restaurant. You guys must know that one, right? The Aventura Waterways, the vegetarian restaurant. Okay, yeah. She would take me to Here Comes the Sun on the Broad Causeway, and these are healthy fat. My mom was always into healthy eating. Like, I didn't like milk for the longest.
She was never overweight, your mom?
She was, but that's why she was she decided in the 80s that she was just going to be healthy. She lived a healthy life.
Unbelievable.
She drank skim milk. For the longest time, I didn't like milk because it was light and thin. I'm like, who would drink this?
What kind of milk, just so you know, what kind of milk do you drink? I just want to know.
Now?
Yeah, what is
almond milk is my
favorite. What kind of milk is the best milk or from a health perspective?
All milk is fine. I guess.
All milk? But even, isn't whole milk better than...
Well, they say whole milk's not good for you after the age of 40.
They talk about the fat content of it. But once again, all in a healthy diet, the fat content of that milk's not going to do anything bad for you. But I don't drink milk. I'll put all almond milk in my protein shake.
I hear coconut milk is pretty good. Daniel, I like almond milk.
He likes the milk from
milk.
These nuts.
Yeah. Pour it all over my body, baby. Oh, love it.
Listen, it's just a good topic to talk about.
Eric, you watched The Boys, right?
I haven't seen the new season yet.
Okay, he was one of the superheroes was taking a bath with milk. He was just like, it's good for your body, and he was talking about how, what
is that true?
I don't know.
No, it's a TV show.
Okay, I didn't know. But
there are benefits to bathing in milk. You can look it up. There are some people that do it.
Maybe if you think you're a cat.
Same thing as bathing in urine also.
Oh, yeah. Let's pee on Daniel. He's into it, everybody.
Oh, love
Golden
it.
shower.
Golden shower, motherfuckers.
Golden shower.
Do it.
Hey, do you guys have anything annoying you this week? What's annoying you guys this week?
I'm just...
Go
ahead. You go. No, you go.
Life's annoying, Anthony.
Life's annoying, man. Yeah.
Look, I'm 6'4", 265 pounds. I work out a few times a week, and I eat relatively well. I've eaten much better over the last few years than I did. Definitely eating better than I did in Aventura when I was living in Hollandale, when I was hanging out with Eric, smoking weed all night.
And you were broke.
And we would go to Flanagan's at 1 a.m. and start eating or whatever. Our habits were a mess.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is what's annoying me is that it's the night eating. So I work late at night and sometimes till 2 a.m. and I can't help but grab the pretzels.
Of course.
I have this little mixer pack
and it's
where you have some M&Ms, something.
And it's the worst time to eat.
So I'm annoyed at myself.
Right?
I'm annoyed at
That's a terrible time to eat.
Daniel's annoyed for himself.
If I stopped doing that, I'd lose 15 pounds. That's why.
Is that a terrible time to eat, Eric?
It's the worst. At night before you go to bed?
Okay, there's a couple ways we can look at this. Let's unpack it for a minute. So, because Daniel gets up later and it stays up later,
I still get up at 7 in the morning.
As long as you're awake, you can eat. It's when you go to sleep after the last time you eat.
What should be the gap between eating
at least
nuts
at least
in
three
your mouth?
3 hours. 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours. You should not be going to sleep 2 or 3 hours before your last meal.
There you go.
Really?
Yep.
Well,
That's
a big
about
meal.
right. I believe it.
A big meal. Potentially, you don't want to be, eating a bunch of crap right before you go to sleep. But what happens is, as you get older, they say that eating later in the day, it's just not. I guess they say they talk about mortality rates and if you make these little changes and these little things,
you can get 5, 10.
They say people my age should eat no later than 6 o'clock.
Really?
That's me. I eat at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I eat my dinner at 6 o'clock.
I eat my first meal at 7 o'clock.
So, and that goes back to what.
Yeah.
Well,
now
that's
Daniel,
really fucking.
I know.
Now,
Jesus Christ.
now, what Daniel can do is that.
I haven't eaten today.
Well, this is
give or take the unhealthiest.
And now I'm not
thing
going to eat the greatest thing. I won't eat the greatest thing.
Well, hold on, but habits change over time. So I was saying that Daniel, what he could do, because if he wants to avoid this annoying thing that happens late at night, is that if he was to plan out what he was going to eat for the day, like I do, I'm not saying that's next level, or have an idea, I'm going to eat these things. So when you get later in the evening,
you just know you
don't
can't do
just
it.
eat a piece of fruit.
Yeah.
Eat a piece. You're better off eating a piece of chicken.
I do actually eat a lot of apples now. All of a sudden, I've been on this apple cake, so that's.
I've been on a
helping
peach
me.
kick. Are peaches good for you?
That's extremely fattening at night,
God.
high
even,
in sugar.
Even the only one I like is bad.
Anthony,
for you.
switch to apples. I'm dead serious.
Apples are better. Apples
Okay.
are better.
I'll switch
Higher in fiber, lower in sugar.
I do love peaches.
All kinds of berries, strawberries, blueberries, apples are
I
good
like
for
strawberries.
you.
Anthony, just have
Grapefruit.
some dick in your mouth. It's better, and you don't chew on it. It's just there.
It's true.
It'll help you.
You're right. I mean, it's for sure safer.
So we don't have a Brittany clip of the week this week because she's in rehab, and let's wait for Brittany to get out. Maybe we put the Brittany clip of the week to the side and we wish her well, and we don't want to watch the train wreck. When Brittany comes back, everybody, we will rebring you the Brittany clip of the week.
We're gonna have a pill popping party when she's out. Hell, fuck yeah!
No, she's gonna be clean.
Well,
it's gonna work this time.
I couldn't say it before, but in the beginning, I said that Hippocrates said, "Let food be thy medicine," and somewhere along the way, we turned it into the opposite. So, if you don't take control of what you're putting in your body, something else will. So, like I always say, like, subscribe, share. See you next week.
And let me say, I would have gone to McDonald's after this, but I would feel so guilty with this conversation.
I want you to go.
No, I'm not going.
Do it.
No, I'm not doing it.
It's calling you, Anthony.
I'm not going.
Anthony, it's me, Ronald.
I really want it right now.
It's me, Ronald.
McDonald,
not
baby.
Doing it.
Oh, who's Ronald's best friend?
Grimace?
I'm Grimace, baby.
Hey, it's Ronald, baby. Call
yeah, I
me.
forgot that was Grimace.
1-900-RONALD. I'll sell you cheeseburgers, French fries, a McFlurry.
Ronald, I'll suck your dick,
I even used to love their I was just gonna say their apple pie used to be so good. I don't eat that anymore.
Remember
their ice cream is way better. Their Sunday ice cream is 100.
Remember the McDLT, the hot side hot and the cool side cool came in a styrofoam container that still hasn't degraded in the that's in our
Dana,
landfill.
we used to love to get that package when Dad took us with our little gift in it. What was that called?
The Happy Meal.
Happy Meal.
So I have a story. Shout out to my father,
I still
Richard.
buy it for myself.
For my birthday, my dad takes me and a carload of my friends, and we go to McDonald's drive-thru, and he's ordering everybody quarter pounders, hamburgers. He gets this huge order of food, and he pulls up to the window of the McDonald's, and he goes, Burger King has those new small little hamburger things there. And he drives away to go to Burger King. And the guys, and I will never forget it, the guy's hanging out the window with a big bag of food going, wait, no, come back. Because we hadn't paid for it, and they were putting it together. I just remember. It was.
And your dad left?
He drove away. Yeah,
That's kind of rude.
It's just funny to me.
Why
because
would your dad do that?
It's just because he realized that another fast food restaurant had some sort of promotion, new item, and we went to go there.
But I will say this, although your health kick is spot on, and I am cognizant of it, McDonald's is a lot better than Burger King. Their food tastes
different.
No, the food tastes
better. Taste. Just like Subway
I
has
think
a
Burger
taste.
King has a better burger.
No way.
Did you not just go to Subway and have a tuna sandwich?
I did.
So I mean, that's the shittiest of shitty things. And you would tell me you love it.
I did.
Same thing with your cheesesteak at Miami Subs.
Oh.
There's way better cheesesteaks.
Eric,
have you been to Sonny's?
Yes, I've been to Sonny's.
Now that's a fucking
cheesesteak.
That is a good fucking cheesesteak.
I like
Eric, as we end the show,
oh my God, the fat me.
Eric,
the fat in me.
What is the moral? What is the moral of this show? What are we going to say goodbye and tell our audience? What are they going to learn from this show?
Look, what you should take away from this show is pay attention to what you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
Care more about yourself. Look, man, from somebody who lived the life of being fat and overweight and not caring or not knowing any better to feeling so much better. I wish everybody could feel. I'm 51 years old,
Feeling the best
and I
you've ever felt.
feel amazing. I go to the gym and I lift heavy and strong. I feel great. I don't have brain fog. I get good sleep. I sleep well. I'm healthy. I take no medications at all.
Really?
Zero. None. I'm not on any Big Pharma list, and I don't want to be.
I do take omega-3.
So, in honor of the Hulk Hogan documentary watch here,
excellent,
brother, eat your vitamins.
Oh, Hulkamaniacs.
What you gonna do, brother, when this muscle maniac runs wild on
he
you?
Really believed
he used to say,
stuff.
take
He
your vitamins.
believed in that stuff
He used to
heavily.
say it all the time.
Say your prayers.
Yeah.
Take your vitamins.
Take your vitamins. Yeah. I love Hulk
Rest
Hogan.
in peace, Hulk Hogan. I loved your documentary.
Watch the documentary.
I'm so
It was
sorry.
actually very good.
I want to do a special shout out to an amazing documentary. And
it was amazing.
And I really wish I would have met you at least once in person. I'm sorry I did not.
Do you remember his intro song? I am a real American, fighting for the rights of every man.
He was.
Wow, you guys really remember
what
that.
he did. We used to watch.
I can tell you who wrote the song. That is Rick Derringer. It's Rick Derringer's "I Am a Real American." Wow. Hogan comes out. He's got his guitar,
and then he rips the shirt off when he gets in the ring. It's the best. He had a whole gimmick. He had a master.
He was.
I'm telling you, that's
the
a
man.
whole nother document show we could talk about him.
He was a very. There was such a dark side to him, but there was such a positive side. There was both. He had
call him that dark.
No, but even his son said it. His son said that's why he was so interesting, because whether it was in the ring with the issues there that happened, and in his personal life,
he was
his son
so
said
big.
He had so many.
He was so polarizing. Man, there are so many great wrestling stories. Him and Roddy Piper, the Mr. T. I went to WrestleMania closed circuit television with my dad in Lakeland. We were in a room, and then we went to actual WrestleMania 2.
I went to WrestleMania 3 in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that was.
Can we talk about the connection of Big Pharma and Hulk Hogan? What do you think I'm going to say, Eric? What's the connection?
Big Pharma and Hulk Hogan?
What's the connection?
Well, he took a lot of medication.
Exactly. What did he take?
Yeah, I mean, probably pain
steroids.
He was taking fentanyl, patches, lollipops. The guy was.
He does mention that.
Yeah, he was big.
But
he was
because he was in so much pain.
Absolutely.
He was in a lot of
he couldn't even walk.
Couldn't even walk at the end.
Brother, what you gonna do, brother?
I mean, we were trying to close, but we love it so much. I mean, we love it.
Let's get out of here. Look, wait, no, it's like remember what was it? Ferris Bueller's. What? Oh, you're still here? oh, hi. Well, you got to go. Don't forget, before you leave, like, subscribe, do all the things you're supposed to do. And remember, if people don't like you, F your feelings.
Love you. Good week.
You silly, silly boy.